Dear children, happy morning to one and all. The lesson we discussed, that is matter in our surrounding. Let me recap what we discussed in the previous class. In this previous class we discussed about the states of matter. So in that we discussed solid state. So what is meant by solids, children? What is the definition? At a given temperature, it has the definite shape and definite volume in distinct boundaries. So this is the definition for solid. And what are the properties? The properties are its rigidity is high, it's having high rigidity, and we can't able to compress the solid particle, but we can break the solid particles. So these are all the properties in the previous session we discussed, and this session today we are going to discuss about the remaining two states are there. One is liquid state and another one is gaseous state. First we will discuss about the liquid state. So before going to the liquid state, let me see some examples of liquid. So what are the examples of liquid? So we can tell it as milk. So this milk is in the liquid state, and fruit juices. So these are all in the liquid state, and soft drinks. So these soft drinks are in the liquid state, and coffee or tea. So these are all also in the liquid state, and vegetable oil, it's also in the liquid state, and water. So water is also in the liquid state. So these are all the examples for liquid state. And now we can go for the definition of liquid. So for that we just take the empty glasses. It's having the different shapes. So in that we have to take the constant volume of water. So we have to transfer that same amount of water, so in all the glasses. So we have to transfer the same amount of water in all the glasses. So in the first glasses, so the shape of the glass, it will be like V shape. So in that the water will be there, and the second glasses, the shape it will be like this. So in that the water will be there. In third glasses, this is the shape, and the water will be there. And in the fourth glasses, and in the fifth glass, the water will be like this. And seventh, glass, the water will be like this, and 8th glass, the water will be like this, and the last glass. So here, what you can observe, children, so it's having the different shapes are there, no? So we can tell it as the liquid which are having no definite shape. They are not having the shape, and it's having the volume, it will be constant. The volume of liquid, it will be constant. So we have to take the constant same amount of water, we have to transfer them into all the apparatus. The same amount of water is going to be transferred. So it has the constant volume will be there. So this is the definition for the liquid. The liquid means it has no definite shape, but it's have the constant volume will be there. Next we can see the properties. The properties is, first we will discuss about the fluid. The fluid means the easy flow. It will flow easily. The liquid, it will flow very easily. If we can transfer the water into another vessels easily, and we can transfer this oil easily. The fluid means the flow of the liquid, it will be easily flow. That is the fluid properties. And next property is diffusion. So what is meant by diffusion, children? The intermixing of particles is known as diffusion. Diffusion means the intermixing of the particles. So here we are take the water which is in the liquid state. First we have to take water which is in the liquid state, and we have to add salt or sugar. So these salt or sugar are in the which state, children? It's in the solid state. So when we mix the salt or sugar in the water, it will dissolve. It is known as diffusion. Diffusion means what? What is the definition for diffusion? The intermixing of the particles is known as diffusion. So here the salt particles or sugar particles are dissolved in the water. And next is when we take the water and when we add dye or ink, so in that water, when we add dye or ink, so what will happen? First, it will spread in the water and the diffusions will be taking place, the intermixing of the particles will be there. So this is the example for liquid in liquid. And next is for gases, when we take oxygen gas or carbon dioxide gas. You just imagine the aquatic species which are in the pond, sea or anything. So inside there is a water will be there, and how the aquatic species are lives in the water? Because there is the oxygen gas inside the water. So with that only the aquatic species can survive So in the water. So inside the water, what will be there? The oxygen gases will be there. So here also the diffusion process will be there. The intermixing of particles. So here what are the particles are there? Water and oxygen. So here what are the particles are there? Water plus ink or dye. So here what are the particles are here? Water plus salt or sugar. So the definition for liquid is it will not having the definite shape, but it's having the constant volume, and these liquids are dissolved in solid, liquid and gases. For solid we can see the example. The water is dissolved in sugar or salt. For liquid we can see the example, that is water is dissolved in dye or ink. For gases the example is the water which is dissolved in oxygen or carbon dioxide. So these are all the examples for dissolved in solid, liquid and gases. Okay children, so see you on next session.